Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. My name is Jozo from Jozo FC and this is the best Liga players of FIFA 21. Before we get into the content, drop a like, subscribe, it really helps to support the channel. And thank you again for coming back to Jozo FC. Without further ado, let's get to it. For goalkeepers, La Liga are an abundance of meta goalkeepers. Veklic and Rulli are best of the rest for cheap. Veklic for that Kunde link, comes for crosses, rushes out of goal and is 6'2". And before we get into more of Veklic, we're going to go through goalkeepers, left backs, center backs, right backs, DMs, cams, left wings, right wings, and strikers, and get into some squad builds for each budget. And so, for Veklic, he has good diving, reflexes, and positioning as well. So remember that there's no +5 for reflexes for any chem style, so that's an important base stat to have high, and that's why I picked Veklic and Rulli for starters. So Rulli has the same reflexes and better diving than Courtois, but you sacrifice that -11 handling and -7 positioning from Courtois. However, he has the same defeat rate, which is very OP to have for a GK. If you're playing drop back though, Courtois fits the meta. He's 6'6", so his frame covers more of the goal, should handle the far post shots better, and his big body can kind of block more of the awkward shots. Has 94 handling too, with basic camp style and a comes to crosses trait, so he's king of the box, dominant in the box. You might as well get Ter Stegen, in my honest opinion, who's an all-around better keeper and perfect for a high line. 4-star weak foot and 88 kicking means his distribution is amazing. He rushes out of goal and saves his trait, saves with feet trait, with his 6'2" height, means he should be able to be more receptive to those low drivens, to parry or catch them if you play with a high line. High depth, if you play with a high depth, high line, rushes out of goal trait and high speed matters more. Sorry for the little confusion there. He's the perfect one for a high line sweeper keeper extraordinaire. Oblak has better handling than Ter Stegen, but I would pick Oblak over Courtois though, because there are differences. But I'll go for Ter Stegen any day because of his kicking and crazy traits. My picks are cheap for, it's Rulli and Ter Stegen for kind of all across the board for elite. You're in a treat for left backs though, because there's so many meta runs for cheap. With left backs, you want high stamina, 85 plus pace at this stage, some level of physicality so that you can hold your own against strong wingers. There are more defensive ones with high work rates and better defense physical, but my type is kind of like attacking ones who contribute to the play and can be inverted wing backs providing midfield support. Pricey looks very all-rounded, with a shadow has great defense, physical pace, and decent dribbling, passing. Jose Gaya's with a shadow is okay. His 4-star skill moves to open up spaces, but his physical is lacking, so that's a trade-off. My pick for cheap remains Pricey. Marcelo I really like in FIFA, but always has that high-low work rate, weird work rate, which is kind of weird for a defender. 5-star skills and 4-star weak foot, but the 74 stamina is a bit of a question mark because I'm trying to create a La Liga hybrid of my own too at this point in time. So evaluating him, not super sure on the 74 stamina. I was wondering whether Renan Lodi on 8 cam, would he be better than Marcelo on 10? I'd say there's an argument for that. You still get good dribbling and pace, 84 stamina, which is more practical, a lot more practical. Mendy is disgusting, in an Inception voice. He really is crazy meta. You slap an anchor, you can't bully him, you cannot run him. You could even put him at right back for all we care with that 5-star weak foot. Price however is so high, and that's why there's a conversation to be had with Jordi Alba, who has the same stamina, can pass and cross better, similar pace, can dribble a lot better too, but has around 20 less strength. For value, I'd pick Alba, but if you want to go all the way for lads man, for mid, Renan Lodi for practical reasons, and Pricey to repeat for cheap. Right back, same logic, Kappa, Ruben, Pena, and Arias, they're all solid. Sergio Roberto of a shadow works too. I don't recommend Trippier because of his pace for a fullback. Arias is better than Pena, better stamina, defense and physical. Peña sharper at dribbling, with the 4-star skills. Kappa beats both easily with the amazing 88 physical. Better passing and dribbling stats strictly for agility and balance. His high work rates are the meta too. Sergio Roberto or Kappa, and both with a shadow. Still Kappa with better pace, physical and dribbling. Roberto's the better defender if we look around here, though with better passing. Carvajal versus Navas. Carvajal wins with shadow against Navas with anchor. 39 base strength is just suicide. Can you imagine Adama? Navas would just flip or something if Adama just came rushing through like a tank. He does dribble and can finish better though, but Carvajal ticks all the boxes, so you gotta go with him. High pace of shadow, good passing, high work rates, amazing defense and strong physical. Carvajal here, easily. For center backs, you want them to be pacey, good ball playing ability, at least decent strength and aggression, because come on, that's very important. You want them to be at least 6'1", 6 feet is okay too if there's high jumping. High defensive work rate is fine. Medium is also okay as well. Even attacking high and defensive medium work rates can work sometimes kind of okay with Sergio Ramos, for example. And so we pick Umtiti over here over Jimenez, as I thought he'll be a lot more practical. Jimenez is just horrific passing. With Shadow, he's a left-footed center back with his decent pace and great defense. That's Samuel Umtiti. Hermoso is good defense and physical for a starter. He's great pace as well. Jules Koundé, Tifo's favorite center back, is another fantastic starter center back, though he does lack the physical. Eder Militao is one of those players that play way above his stats. He's a foot legend by now, and hopefully a real one in several years. With his shadow, he's practically amazing. You pay more for Carlos because of his 86 strength versus Militao's 77, as well as the 4-star weak foot that you should never underrate for a center back. I've passed a 2-star weak with center backs, and if I'm not careful, stray balls can sometimes very easily be a problem. The weak foot and invite a lot of pressure. You do not want that. Langley, his almost perfect defensive shadow, and beyond that doesn't look too many steps away from Carlos. Great links to Stegen and Jordi, Alba, and the pie. I'm kidding on that. Sergio Ramos versus Langley, you pay for the lack of clunkiness, lesser pace but Ramos almost feels incredible on the ball for a center back. Has amazing aggression too. A few informs to boost his pace, and he'll be the one to watch, the one to get for La Liga. Varane is more meta pace wise, plus 10 over Ramos, so I would honestly say he's worth the price difference. Giant frame as well, so no real weaknesses with him. Just know that his balance is at 39, so he won't turn that smoothly. Ramos's first inform isn't a significant upgrade on the previous gold, so I'd go for gold Varane here at the same price. All in all, Koundé, Carlos, and goal Sergio Ramos. An interesting pick for value. Box to box, you want high stamina, good physicality, higher medium attack and defense work rates. Should be okay. Medium is also fine. Just nothing like low. That would be, I don't think that exists. Medium low, I don't think is good for a midfielder, because you need to track back. Even high low is a bit strange. Sometimes your player just stands in front, try to call him back, it's difficult. Llorente beats Coke by a mile. It's the pace difference, man. With Coke, it has to be a shadow, pretty decent, nothing too special. Llorente is an affordable Valverde. Slapping a powerhouse makes the most sense on him, increasing his passing and defending. Say what you want about assisted passing, there are still differences, tangible differences in sharpness between a 99 shot pass and an 80 shot pass, so pick wisely. Partey is the more defensive option. Modric is the deep playmaker that runs into space, more of a Cam CM hybrid. So Modric with a shadow or a hunter will be excellent. You don't sleep on him. Partey is great too at the price. You get him before he becomes extinct. Really physical and imposing, box to box of a shadow. Both guys win here, both Modric and Partey, they don't really compare that much. I think a powerhouse is ditto perfect like Llorente on Valverde. It's perfect on Valverde. You boost his vision and his shot passing to 95, long passing 94 would greatly raise his defending to 85 too. He already has 86 pace, so I feel it's more worth it to boost his other stats. If you're feeling frisky, a shadow does give him 96 pace, so that could still be very relevant in the game, though I don't think that's necessary in his position. De Jong is another meta. Fantastic with a shadow and anchor with medium to high work rates. The best thing about this card is how responsive he is. The way he dribbles is so clean for a player of his height, for a player of his position. That's rare. Between him and Valverde, I'd say he still edges Valverde out because of the dribbling. You could slap a Guardian on Valverde too, but I think De Jong still wins. Cam's not a whole lot to choose from right now from La Liga. High dribbling and passing with very good shooting are non-negotiables, like Arteta says. These guys will be popping up in the box from time to time, and you want to make sure that they don't do wayward passes when your runners are moving into space. Odegaard's a fun card of Hunter. You can dribble really well and execute 5-star skill moves with him, but that 2-star weak foot is a huge annoyance in the camp spot. That's the last place, other than the striker, that you want that 2-star weak foot to be at. For that reason, I recommend Coutinho is the 5-star skill moves as well, and if a Hunter looks decent, a 4-star weak foot should be a lot more consistent. Barca links as well. Only use David Silva if you're a psycho who knows what you're doing. Beyond that, it's a shame he only gets usable in those end of an era cards that you can get in foot 20. Fekir is a lot more physical as a cam. Leaving him on basic even works too. A good pace, shooting, passing. He's an exciting card to play. Exciting card to study. Great 91 dribbling as well. 4-star with finesse and outside foot shot. A player to look out for if he gets many informs. Now insane value for the price. Body makes a bit of sense too, but isn't that far away from Fekir. For value, I'll still stick with Fekir for all spots because Odegaard's price is where it is because of hype. I can see him getting a bit more better with more IFs, but I can't really see past the weak foot. He really needs a promo card for me to get behind him for this. Coutinho and Fekir, for all sections. Wingers, raw pace, 85 plus to 90 plus, strong finishing, passing, dribbling, good stamina, and decent strength to hold off fullbacks. Carrasco is the best starter left wing, hands down. He's all you need as a finisher or a deadeye, finally back in La Liga. And so need 4-star. Looks crack-a-lackin'. Vinicius, mandatory for him to have a finisher or deadeye. The guy dribbles incredible, but there's no end product shooting wise. Composure isn't high too. Shout out to Oyarzabal here, man. He's kind of an FM legend. He can make a pretty solid cam. A deadeye makes him look great there as well. So for choices, Carrasco easily safe choice. Ansu Fati's first installment is actually value. He has the right pace, the very reliable weak foot, good shooting and passing of Deadeye. What more do you want, man? Also, strong links to Jordi Alba. Dembele also does the same, but with 5-star. That makes him a special player with Deadeye, one of the most OP players on the wing now because of the 5-star combo. He's meta every year. I knew a pro who even used him on 7 cam last season, all the way to February. Usman's the man. What can I say? My hit does say Fati here for the trill, but you know who I'd pick for. My hit does say Fati here, but you know who I'd pick for the trill. It's Usman Dembele if I'm feeling like a psycho. I can't believe Hazard is this cheap. 100 for LM, Deadeye for Cam. The man's a few shades away from 91. Has it last year, but it's still incredible. It's unbelievable value. Don't disregard Ansu Fati POTM though. He does make a bit more sense on the flank than Hazard because of the base pace. Hazard value is incredible, but most meta Fati for left wing, for most meta for any coins. Right wing, there's not much to pick here. I'm scrapping the bones. Rodrigo's okay. Korea is much more balanced of a hunter. Portu makes more sense for a starter right wing. High pace and even some physicality with decent other stats all across the board. Probably Messi's worst season for a winger yet with a hunter that should be fixed though. Perfect passing, dribbling, medium, low work rates. I mean, it's Lionel, man. You know, he's everybody's dream. We got Korea, Portu, and Messi here. And finally, for strikers, 4-star weak foot is minimal, high pace, great dribbling and finishing, shot power. Aspas is better value over Felix the cover star. Just look at his stats. Iago is gorgeous with a hunter, 4-star weak foot. But, you know, Fixed Felix, though, you know, can be somewhat special too. With a hunter, mainly due to his 5-star skill moves. My pick for reason will be Aspas. Kareem, the Dream, and Suarez, both aging foot strikers who only really got used in Team of the Season. They are their promo cards. I do prefer Big Bads though because of the hunter. He's still somewhat usable. Lower agility and balance, but he does make up for it with other physical attributes, just like his insane hitting accuracy. Suarez is tough to justify. If you're heading down this route, Karim's your dude. It's weird that there's an argument for Benzema over Griezmann. 4-star weak foot is just that important. With a hunter, Antoine can look the part for a cam too, so that's somewhere you could put him in. OTW Suarez is just the same, does need at least 4 informs at least in my opinion to boost on the pace for him to be worth looking at and considering. For Pricey we go Griezmann because of the pace and everything. And now down to the for cheap we have Aspas, Carrasco, and Correa being the front three. Can be done very, very well. Aspas with Hana, Correa with Hana. The back line we have Modric. I think can leave him on basic. Koke can put a shadow. Modric could put a shadow or hunter depending on your playstyle. Can play a 4-2-3-1 with this Llorente basic, or you know, an anchor, you know, will do as well in the CDM position. Yuri Bashishé shadow recommended. Anchor is okay as well. Anchor as well for Kappa. Eder, Militao, and Kunde shadow. Militao shadow. Really basic. This team shouldn't cause that much. Moving on from here, we got Midtier, Benzema, Dembele, and Portu. A great lineup up in front that is interesting. We have Partey and Fekir holding down the flanks in the back, with Valverde being the other defensive midfielder. Jordi, Alba, and Navas are the fullbacks who are honestly world class in my opinion. Diego Carlos and Lenglet are holding the flags here at the back, with Oblak all the way at the back in goal. And when we finally go on, we go to Hazard, Griezmann, and Messi. Maybe Griezmann could be changed to Benzema, I don't know. I've pictured a 4-2-3-1 with Messi at cam, Hazard at left wing, Griezmann at right attacking mid. I don't know who's up front. Maybe Messi could be up front with Fekir behind, Valverde and De Jong holding the flanks in the midfield, being very, very good. Whole Real Madrid backline with the exclusion of Ter Stegen, Ramos, and Varane, as well as Mendy and Carvajal, and that's where we go. 1.5, 1.6 million. And yeah, and we've come to the end of the video. Kind of sleepy, and yeah, but we're still doing this. We're still grinding it out. Please drop a like and subscribe if you like the content. It helps a lot. And peace. See you in the next one.